Greetings and salutations. We would like to welcome you to another rousing episode of Tim and Jeff Give Not One Fuck.
Salutations and greetings.
He is Tim, I'm Jeff. And we give not one fuck.
Pretty much.
A night like this.
Especially on the day I had.
Really good. It's dealer's choice if you want to tell them that story or not.
Long story short, I went to my mom's house and found somebody I didn't know going through stuff in our garage. Turned out that they were at the wrong house, quote unquote. So, yeah. Asked them kindly to leave, and they did, and that's that.
I mean, geez, compared to my day, I just had my garbage disposal replaced and then went and donated blood.
Yeah.
So,
It was a weird afternoon.
Yeah. So we are doing MNW.
I get there and I'm like, "Can I help you?" "Oh, hi, I'm so and so." "I'm sure you are." "Well, Ben said I could go through his stuff." "There's no Ben here."
And then it goes from there.
Yeah.
What was you used a term yesterday when we were doing the Sunday in the lab about the weather? What was it you called that?
Oh yeah. Caliban hadn't heard the term frog strangler
Yeah.
in reference to a downpour. It's a southern thing, I guess.
Yeah. Because here in the Pacific Northwest, we have many different terms for rain. Mostly to describe the degrees. For us, if it gets to that level, it's usually biblical.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny when you consider how I wouldn't say atheistic, diverse. Wait, no, that's wrong. Not giving a fuck. The area can be about religion. I mean, it's not that we don't have any. I mean, we do. It's America. It's just, west of the mountains, it's considered really rude to, like, throw it in anyone's face.
Indifference.
Yeah. That could sum up Seattle right there. How are we doing? Indifferent.
That was one of my favorite scenes from an anime where all the adventures are based on rank, and this guy's going in shopping, kicks out a few vagrants, and the vagrants are like, "What rank are you?" "Oh, sorry, I'm top rank. I don't like bragging about it." And they're, "Oh, son of a bitch."
So yeah. We're doing it. We're doing a thing. I see Bosco is resubscribed for 71 months. Again, we've been. It's when you look at those numbers, like we've been doing this for so freaking long. And yesterday, it was my affiliate anniversary, which I want to say is 6 years because I got affiliate in 2020, thanks largely to Edward Bosco rating me a few times. So yeah. Cool. So yeah, Zacho's sick. And that's why are we doing this? Zacho's sick.
He is the sick.
And we've got some storyline stuff that we 100% need the recorded videos to move forward. And Zacho's sick. So we'll do them next week. But I didn't want to not stream because I have to skip Sunday because this upcoming weekend I have to do some things for the household. Basically, I have to make sure I stay happily married.
That's as you do.
That's why I'm not streaming on Sunday. I want to stay a happily married man. So, and otherwise we might have been tempted to take tonight off because both of us have had days.
Indeed.
Obviously not equal days. I didn't have anyone going through my garage, but so we're just going to do that. And of course, we'll be, if anyone wants to chat or ask questions or anything, I mean, we're here, we're doing the thing. We're not that, precious about anything tonight. Yeah. Yeah. I see. It just came up on the list. Remember, everyone, Storyteller has a GoFundMe. If you would like to help out, even if it's to help spread the word, any help would be appreciated. So.
Yep. And yeah, you can see all the details on the link.
It's all there and everything. Yeah, with the story is in the link, and yeah. All right.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what? He said, I heard that. You all heard that, right? Oh, hey.
Well, see, that's why I kept quiet.
No,
I wanted to let him do his thing.
You know what? Where I live, I'm used to being haunted.
It's true.
Even if it's the ghost of wrestling past.
Are there any skeletons in your closet? Because we have a ghost running around who would love to know.
You realize you're asking the wrong person about that?
Look, I'm not an equal opportunity haunter. If you have information you'd like to provide that can be used against you, I'm more than happy to facilitate.
Like, if anybody's actually going to answer that with, yes, I have skeletons in my closet, it's going to be Caliban.
Exactly, but I'm here for it.
I've got a skull on my desk.
Uh-huh. But that's not in your closet. So where's the rest of it?
No, all my skeletons are out on display.
Oh, hot.
So that tracked.
It's I'm gonna say, weirdly, for the flow, it's interesting you just popped in.
Oh, why? What happened?
I was about to talk about kind of what's coming up vis-a-vis new versions of 2K of the 2K series.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Hey. So, all right. So clearly, as everyone can see by my screen, Warzone never fully made the transition to 2025 yet.
Correct.
And with 2026 coming out, do we want to say what we've been discussing? Do we want to be?
Yeah, so I'll put it out there because I've already talked to the people and it's going to happen.
All right.
So 2K26 for, and again, until I have the game in front of me and can confirm all of this shit is real, take it with a grain of salt. But apparently 2K26 will have 200 creator wrestler spots. Now start doing some quick math about how big the rosters are on both shows and then realize that for the first time ever, we could combine the shows, not in terms of streaming, but in terms of on a game, on a roster. We could have every single wrestler on one game or 2 games or 3 games because we do not have 200 people. And even if we did, it'd be 100 and 100. We would be able to have all of the people from all of the games on one game. So that is what I plan to do with Arcov. We are going to plan to build out Flashbang and Warzone on my game. So I will have every single one of you motherfuckers.
Right.
So there will be no like, hey, we have to trade somebody to somebody else or anything like that. And there's the possibility that because of what I'm able to do with the game on 25, if that is on 26, because I will have a game that has everyone on it, theoretically, I can then just take all of my hacks and shift them over to Caliban and Zako, and we can have everybody's theme song in the game. All those cool characters that show up on Flashbang could maybe show up on Warzone. It opens a lot of doors when the rosters are combined in terms of being on one save file.
Yeah, because that also then gives us a lot of fluidity of, Graven Allen wants to come over and mess with the Warzone guys.
Easy. He's already on the system.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
So
the crossover stuff becomes so much easier. You could do it on a week-to-week basis because all Caliban or Zako has to do is like, hey, can we do this? And I have to say yes, and they've already got everything. And everything will be updated. When you guys send me stuff and I update it, they have it. When they update stuff, I have it. We'll finally be able to see all the entrances, all the music, all the moves. I'm sure there's some finisher moves and signature move overlap, which we'll have to fix at some point. But all of that being on one game makes it so much easier. Hey, does somebody have this song? We'll look through the list.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that 25 did for us that 26 should do for us is we can change it so when we're looking at the music files, it won't be, okay, which one is Brawl Kaiser? It'll just say Brawl Kaiser.
I have a suggestion. Can I run a dark show like match right now real quick before I have to go?
Sure.
Like if I stream it to you, can you stream it to the stream?
Oh, that is a good question.
Here, let's try this.
You would need to do a window source of uh Discord.
Like
okay,
that.
hang on a second. Let's see if I can do this. What do I have? Let me look at what I already have in my. So one of the things, everyone, that Bosco and I learned last year or the year before doing Multivania is we organize our shows completely differently as far as what we put in OBS.
And by that you mean you organize your show.
I mean, I am an autistic program manager. So
I wish
Well,
I
he
had
had
a bit
like-
of the tism, man.
he had like
I need a
4
little tism
sources.
in my life.
4 sources this man works with.
I have just on my scenes window about 30 separate scenes created for the different things I use on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I am just looking at, so that's that. That's all right, hang on a second. I think the answer is going to be, let me set up a scene really quick.
Okay.
Yep.
Called Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. I think I'm going to need, no, not that. Hang on a second. Before I do that, let me activate studio mode.
I'm going to answer a question while you're doing that. Yes,
Yeah.
Thunder Baron. 2K26 allegedly not only has promos, but more promos, different promos, and champions will come out with their actual championships for promos, which will be incredible. We don't know how long they're going to be into, because if you've seen the 25 promos, which I've used a couple of times, they're super quick. You go out there, they say like 5 words, something happens, 5 more words, somebody comes out, 5 words. It's insanely quick, and it's probably because nobody wants to sit there and just watch them be animated. My hope is those will get dragged out just a little bit. I found workarounds for that. If 26 is anything like 25 in terms of the Myrai stuff and all that, maybe I can steal a couple of promo cutscenes from that. We shall see.
Where the hell did I put? Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, let's no. What? Did it not take it? Hang on a second. It's the adventure of trying to do technical stuff. Oh, there it is. Okay, all right. So there's
Like
that.
you do.
Just set that up. Then I don't need that. So theoretically, I just need that. And then I just need to create. Tim, what kind of source am I doing to do the Discord share?
You're going to do a window source.
Window.
Yeah,
source.
window capture. Yep.
Window capture.
I believe in OBS it's just listed as window, and then when you click on it, it'll say any full screen application, or you can specify a specific one.
Yep.
All right. And then I just say Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey. Okay, it looks like
You might have to make it the specific Discord window that the video is in, because sometimes it separates it from actually.
That
showing
is
the
a good
Discord.
point. Well, go ahead and
Yeah.
do a screen share, and we'll see if I can make this work.
He already
It's
has
already
it.
there. Yep,
It is. It is. Okay, hang on. Oh,
it is already there.
It's already there. All right, hang on.
I'm going to. All right. You've already seen some of my tricks, Caliban. You already know about the things that we can do on Friday nights, but this will be new for some of your Warzone folks.
All right, hang on. I am about to do the final. If this is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Let me change this to. Ha! So the last thing, if this is going to work or not, is audio mixer. Yay!
Hey,
It worked. We're in business.
nice. Let's go.
Hopefully everyone will. My only concern is, well, no, it's saying
We're showing up at the bottom, but honestly, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
that's fine. But I was more concerned: is it going to play sound? And it looks like it's going to. So
This will be a good experiment for all of us.
yeah, I think we're in good shape. Because yeah, hey, every little trick like this helps.
It's true. All right.
All right, yeah, let's
So
do it.
All right. So I'm going
excited.
to do a showcase match.
All right,
Let's see. Obviously, it's Warzone, so we want some Warzone guys in it. Yeah.
sure. What?
Well-
Make it. I mean, a good mix and match.
Okay. Well, it just so happens
All right.
I have this guy who I think was on Warzone at some point.
Yeah.
I think he's doing something.
Yeah.
Crazy how he's now in my game. What happened with that?
Yeah, he is currently feuding with Sir Uncle Dunk.
And just destroyed Sir McCheese. It's crazy how that works. Hey, look, it's the ghost. Let's go with Graven Allen.
Because Graven
He
likes
seems
beat
to
up-
like to beat up. He likes to beat up former champions. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
And now this is the part where it gets really crazy because if you'll remember, we had a main event on Friday nights where a certain somebody showed up, and they're here, and I'd like to put them in this match.
All right.
So we're gonna go ahead and put in Scooby Doo
Sure.
because this is what I do to games.
Yeah, no, I'm
cool.
good with it.
And
'cause
because they didn't work before, I
Mhm.
want to throw in some other guys that you might also be aware of that work on Friday night sometimes when
Mhm.
things are kind of crazy and you're like, wait, what the hell? That can't be. It is possible. Everything is
Man,
possible,
I remember Mugen.
right? That is Airman from Mega Man.
Oh, nice.
Don't adjust your TV set. He's not going to be in this match though. Let's see. Let's throw. Who else
Hey,
do I have?
For
from-
nostalgia's sake, just throw in Helix.
Oh God, yeah, Helix is fun. Here we go. Let's see.
Yeah, because sometimes on Sundays we watch theme park walkthrough videos, and we did have a Universal one once where, oh hey, look, it's Scooby Doo.
There you go. I just saw somebody else who's here. Let's go ahead and put in Spectrum.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
We'll make sure this doesn't drag. Actually, we'll do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't matter if it drags. We're not in character. We talk
That's
about
true.
whatever
That
we
is
want.
true.
This is the night of not giving one fuck. So
That is true.
So Blackthorn, funny you mentioned the unlocking of content for 26. It's
Yeah.
going to be interesting.
Actually, and
Yeah.
Caliban, if you there should be like a down arrow when you mouse over the screen. It'll hide our icons if you want to do that.
there we go.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
No, I personally am actually really stoked about the idea of being able to have the entire roster on one file for both shows.
I'm extremely excited. There's a lot in 2K26 that I'm hype about.
My only thing is, it looks like the promo system isn't going to be 2K19 like. It's still going to be what they had in 25.
Yeah, but even if they come out with their belts, we could maybe find a way to use it.
Yeah. Well, I think there are ways. I think that's the real answer. Is there are ways we can do it.
Like maybe you just keep recording promos until you get enough footage to paste together 2 minutes. And then you just keep that on file and you just keep reusing it.
Well, okay, Graven. The answer to your question, my friend, is
Blowing in the wind.
there's ever since 2K20, that's always the thing we need to be careful of first. Because we all remember what happened with 20. It's scarred many of us. But I have a pre-order of the game. I believe Arkoff's got a pre-order copy. Bosco did some voodoo, so we're not sure exactly how that's going to work for him. But
Look, let's not worry about it.
let's not. Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
20
I've
was
done a
so
lot-
bad. There's a what
I've
happened
done a lot to
episode
this
about
game. I'll show off some of the stuff that's in my game since we're about to have to dump 25 anyway.
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah, so we're for sure. So I could say this. I ended up getting a copy of the game for free, which is nice. So that's going to help us all out. I don't think it's going to be a pre-release version, so I'll probably just get it with everyone else. But when the game drops, we will be testing it and going through it. And I'm already pretty sure I'm going to switch. So as long as there's nothing that's like drastically wrong with it or they destroy the creation suite, which it looks like they're actually improving it, then we should be able to switch.
Yeah. I think in the end, 2K20 taught them a painful but valuable lesson. And so part of the goal is to never do that again. That was also a transitional year. They were changing production houses. So
I don't know why you would think 26 would be like 2K20. 20 was a anomaly with how bad it was.
Yeah.
To the point they had to cancel the game after it.
Yeah.
Here it is. Oh, good. It worked today, unlike during the show.
And yeah, everyone out, you guys can basically, it's I imagine very low, but you all can hear the volume, right? That's I mean, I am seeing a screen showing sound going out. It's just showing really low. Actually, let me see if I can maybe. There we go. I love that you use this version of the Scooby-Doo theme.
How can you not like Simple Plan? This is the best Scooby theme.
You know, I don't feel like the two have to be combination together. I feel like, you know,
Yeah.
you could have one.
Here's the best part about this model, though. So if you remember in 19 when he first showed up, it was the dog head and it was like some editing with the weird paw things. This is a real Scooby model, and it's animated now. The mouth moves, the eyes, like it's incredible. And the fact that he's in a skeleton outfit, it ties into AAA and El Pollo de la Muerte, and I was just like, this is perfect.
I kind of miss because I love that you made him a tag partner with Sheepy,
The sheepdogs.
the sheepdogs.
And here comes, well, this is just perfect. This is my superpower in action. I did not time this out.
All right. I mean, the Guile theme. Come on.
Wow, it's just wait for the music cue.
All
Because
right.
this is, everybody knows Guile's theme, and this doesn't quite sound like it, but just wait.
All right. I was going to ask, so what are your thoughts about Cody playing him in the movie?
Well, it's funny you should ask that, because look at whose Trons and motions he has.
That's true.
Fireworks into his real theme.
Nice.
Because this song just, it has a sample of the old theme, and the fact that it hit with the pyro, I was like, are you kidding me?
So, Tim and I were discussing with the high likelihood that the Muppet Show is just coming back, that we want, like, Cody or John Cena to be a guest just for an excuse for Sheamus
Oh my God.
to show up and continue the gag.
Incredible.
Or this is the key one for AEW. I want to see a thing between Tony Storm and Miss Piggy.
Yep. He was victorious on Friday, by the way. He and Ryu.
Nice.
Yep.
So yeah, no, 2K26 is going to be, I weirdly, because ever since 2K20, when new games are coming up, we're a little trepidatious. I don't think we have ever been as optimistic, even if it is a cautious optimism, as we have been with 26.
All right, good thing I checked this because the music doesn't want to work.
No.
But imagine his theme from 5.
There you go. I mean,
This.
Arkolf
Now you
had
made me
one
mad.
concern, but he is recent things are he's feeling better about the thing he had a concern about. So
The thing is we can only worry about so much until the game drops.
sure.
So
Yep. I'm always concerned. It's just a matter of can we deal with whatever they mess up.
Sure.
Yep.
I am still.
They also need to figure out why they keep messing up submission moves, because about half the submission moves in the game don't want to work properly, and it bothers me a lot.
And we've been dealing with that since 19.
Uh-huh. Well, so here's the difference, though. 19, they were mismatched categories. Power was technical, and technical was power. In this game, some of the moves just straight up will not work properly. For example, Helix's submission, Jack Andrews' submission, the Sandman. All of them seem to be somewhat borked. And shout out Answer Bob, myself, Arkov, we tried to send videos to 2K, and for whatever reason, they couldn't replicate it. They were like, our game is fine. I'm like, well, your game is very not fine. Here's video proof of it. Confirmed by multiple people.
I had to, with 24, go back and forth with them for nearly a month on the issue I was having where the attack targeting wasn't working. Before they finally identified, and they still don't know why this happened, and it still existed in 25. But apparently, when you launch the game, it launches or at least in my case, was launching a second version of Crash Pad Handler, and you just had to close them both down, and it worked. So yeah, they're
incredible. Yeah,
and it's sort of we don't know why it's doing this, but we know if you close them, it solves the problem, and that's as far as we're going to go. And it's like I'll accept that.
You know, Bosco, that can also happen between testers and developers in-house. Been there and done that myself from personal experience. So here's my argument. They might be playing on a tester kit that, for some reason, is different than the base version of the game. If they just played on the same version of the game that we had, I guarantee you there's no way they wouldn't encounter this issue.
I also always keep in mind that we're playing the PC version, which is always a port. Although we're getting the island this year, which might be a good or a bad thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
So, the one thing here, I mean, obviously, I am personally so happy this entrance is like one of the few holdovers from 2K20 because it works so well.
It does.
I am still wishing they had kept the spooky Aleister Black.
The Finn Balor one, and the Finn Balor one, too.
Yeah. Well, because the Aleister Black was just the one time you were able to make it work just for Exarchun.
Yes, where he floated.
Yeah, he floated.
But then there was like the Finn Balor one where he would teleport and fire.
Right. And I always felt, boy, wouldn't Lucius Constantine or Fear Strikes have fun with that one. I have to say I am so happy, you know, because I was going for a close homage to the creature from Mary Shelley's novel. And so the recent Frankenstein movie being so book accurate on that front.
It helps you.
It makes me feel, it's one of my favorite books, okay? The only reason I made the creation green and not pale was most people expect Frankenstein's monster to be green.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Spectrum!
Hey! Sporting their executive club outfit. Boo this creature. Alleged cat, potential fox.
Mm-hmm.
Unknown. Data required.
So one of the things we were, I've been discussing lately with Zacho and Tim when we're doing booking meetings is how, because, we don't have to deal with the politicking from wrestlers, that we can do...
Don't we?
Not as badly as the real federations do.
Well, there are financial numbers and negotiations involved.
Yeah. I was just saying how we can do things like, oh, this person really should have had the belt. We can finally put it on them.
Yes, we don't answer to anybody. That's correct.
Yeah. So, like, the fact that we just recently finally put the belt on Alba. Because
long time coming.
Yeah. Basically, we don't have to worry about the William Regal syndrome of this guy should have had the belt during his career.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. If you checked
Zero
out
looks good in 25.
any of the Unreal stuff,
The Unreal stuff?
the Unreal documentary series,
Oh, I haven't, no.
it's when the whole switch over to Triple H started, I was under the impression that there was a bit of humility there, and it's like, yeah, it's everybody, it's the Netflix era. Now I'm pretty sure this is just blow smoke up his own ass.
I can't remember who it was. Somebody was talking about they don't like Unreal because now when something's happening in the ring, the people backstage have to be thinking about, okay, how am I reacting?
That I was
these
saying that
cameras,
it
yeah.
turns into a Matryoshka doll.
Yeah, I really listen. I know a lot of us know what happens behind the scenes, either because like people like Twitch are in the business, or we've seen documentaries, or we know somebody who knows somebody. But like seeing it and hearing it, and pulling the curtain back that much really bothers me. Because even though I know what happens, it's weird seeing it.
See,
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, and I wonder if some of it has to also do with time. Like, if they were doing this on an event that was like 3 years ago versus something that happened like 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that doesn't have some aspect to do with it. Like, if they were giving you a look at the behind the curtains on something that happened a while back, as opposed to something that's, still fresh.
Right.
Yeah. So back to game mechanics. One of the things that 25 introduced that has worked really well, particularly because we use it sparingly, is the new giant class.
Which has been great for people like Creation and Helix.
Yeah, because suddenly they behave much more like you would expect characters like that to behave, with them being able to, for a while, shrug off stuff. And, just create that, allows for that storytelling. And,
I love that Scooby makes a DDT feel devastating.
Yeah.
Spectrum, leave the dog alone.
But one of the things I'm going to be curious about with 26 that I've seen in some videos is the AI controls that are going to exist for you to set up specific chains of moves that wrestlers are going to want to favor.
Yes. Uh-oh, is that a Crossroads from Guile? That's crazy.
It's just insane, man.
Who would do that?
Only in the, if you're looking at a character, it's like they are just not acting right. Get in there and go, let's monkey with this AI and make them do these moves in a much more logical fashion. So
I'm excited. The more control we get over that stuff, the better.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I heard, and I'm going to have to, I don't know if it's just something somebody was speculating or it's something in the game. Somebody said something about universe mode being able to do full booking, including choosing the winner.
I mean, if you get to pick the winner and then play the match, that would make my life so much easier.
So, again,
because there have been a couple times where I'm like, you're supposed to win. I've rigged it in your favor. That didn't work.
Now, I haven't heard it enough places for me to go that, oh, yeah, that's happening. It's just something someone said, and I want to see if we can do that or not.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Bosco
Scooby.
plans 2K laughs.
Let's go, Scooby. Scooby got a pin.
Yeah,
Bye-bye, Guile. Spectrum, get the fuck away from my dog.
I just get away from that raptor. There we go. Okay, that's right now seeing that move is also one used by Osman Killick.
That's what I figured that somebody had that.
Yeah. He calls it the Janissary Sling. I've recently been being much more of, guys, if you don't give me names for your finishing moves, I'm going to provide them. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to exist solely to amuse me.
I love showcase matches, man.
Well, it's always a good
Oh,
way to
just like you better get. And then right into the Trials of Osiris.
There we go.
Sorry, Ryu.
I still remember when we were first creating the creation. I think it was Lee was testing him against Ozir, and it's like Ozir was just destroying him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. That's what Ozir does. And then you
Ozir just... Yeah. Oh, look at it. Oh, we don't see that very often. The Russian leg sweep kendo stick.
Ugh.
Good stuff. I am very happy that MNW has repelled the invaders minus Scooby, who I'm biased towards.
Sure.
I do need somebody to get rid of Ozir because I'm a homer. And good job. Way to not pay attention, Graven. That's a light tube. Thank you, Spectrum. There we go. Helix, get away from the dog. Helix, don't do it. Yes! Finish him. Scooby, put him through the table. Oh, my God. Please. No. Oh, I heard the crash. Fucking crossface. Well, Spectrum's toast. Yep. You watch enough matches, you're like, well, I know what your health is probably at. That's game over. Uh-oh. Oh, Scooby went for the power bomb. Oh, V-trigger. And there's another Trials of Osiris. That's bad for Helix, who's a fucking giant.
Yep.
But he got out of it. Up. And now Judgment of Anubis. Damn. Helix is a monster.
As is appropriate.
I'm shocked that Seek and Destroy from Graven didn't follow Scooby out, but...
Yeah, one of the things I was talking with Zacho about this year is I want to do another tournament where... Basically, I like to have tournaments where the final prize is the wish.
Oh, like another Wish Upon a Brawl?
Yeah, because I just mechanically like the idea of the wish. That's one of the things I think was built really well. Also, thank you, El Robot, for the Tier 1 resubscribe at 59 months. Which everyone always treats it like, oh, it's a magic wish. And it's like, it's not. It's something you could do in real wrestling. It's any match against any opponent with any stipulation. Which you can build so much drama in. I mean, yes, we've treated it a lot like cash-ins. But you could have a loser leaves town match, or this faction has to break up, or you have to join our faction as stipulations.
No, I agree. Oh, he got caught.
But Scooby has a
Light tube. Uh-oh.
Oh, he had a light
Not for
tube.
long. Scooby's getting double teamed. Uh-oh. On the light tube? Not quite.
That is one of the other things, though. Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
The weapons physics being changed. Oh.
Yeah. Landing on a chair will actually mean something in-game, not just us hyping it.
And also, though, you can actually land on the steps now. Oh, good counter. Twitch wants another C101. I would love to do another C101, honestly.
I'm going to be honest. We've talked about it, but we think we want to change the name.
I mean, that's fair.
Yep. But, yeah.
DDT? Oh. Oh, he ducked? He ducked? Oh, fuck! Scooby's going crazy.
Dude, if Scooby wins this, man.
I'm coming off of already beating somebody on Friday nights, and then this.
Why? Because it looks like it's about to come down to Scooby. Oh, nope.
No, because this is the arm breaker.
Oh.
This is crazy. So he did this to Sir McCheese and then applied 4 fucking arm bars and 1 via count out. I was like, this man is trying to kill McCheese.
The Multiverse Invitational.
Count it. Yup.
There we go.
And then trash can. Oh, that's the most Scooby thing ever. Please win. Please. Pick him up and powerbomb him. Oh, my God, on the trash can? Oh, no, Scooby! Uh-oh. Oh, wow, what a counter. I haven't seen that one before. Into a sharpshooter?
Oh, God. Something that Matrix just said.
Uh-huh.
Because with, the 64-man tournament,
Yeah.
with having access to both rosters,
Oh, God, yeah.
also
Uh-oh. That might be it.
There we go. Giving the ability to have a true cross-promotional title.
Oh, he hung in there.
He hung in there. Yeah,
All right.
the new possibilities available just by being able to merge the rosters is going to be amazing.
Oh, that was onto the trash can. That was really nice.
Well,
Yep.
there we go.
All right. Well, you tried, Scoob.
Scooby, you made
Honestly,
some fun
his
too.
finisher in particular is really hard to hit because it's just so easy to reverse. Good job, Ozir.
The M64 Multiverse 64.
Oh, that's not bad.
That is not bad.
M64 is actually very good, Rosso. Because then it would just be the multiversal 64-man tournament, the M64.
Yeah.
I want the Kevin Nash Memorial Bowling Trophy thing he did in TNA.
You see, okay.
Man.
Because now you've said it, now my brain is chewing the. Yeah, so you do the 64-man tournament, and the prize is the winner gets to go after a title of his choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because
another cool thing that I haven't been able to show, if I can just go into, I guess we'll do. Who should we do? We'll do Omni.
this is dealer's choice night, so
It's true. I just want to show this before I finish.
Yeah, because I assume you're going off to forget food soon.
Well, I have to go do D&D at 7:00. We do.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just very excited. I'm getting ready to start a home campaign of Daggerheart.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got the announcement that my Kickstarter backing of the class card packs.
So check out what his entrance music is listed as.
There you go. That's what we were talking about earlier.
And check out what his ramp and banners are.
Makes
so now when I come over here, so these are all labeled, so I never have to wonder what did I give Omni Geek? Was he stars 2? Nope. And then wait for the Trons are going to be custom, which is the best part.
Oh,
Nobody's
nice.
even seen this. Is a preview. He hasn't seen this yet.
Anyway, I was gonna say my class card packs are gonna show up in about a month.
Oh, sick.
So it'll be nice.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. No.
So I think I've.
I mean, no. I
know what I could.
That's one of the things I love is that the game can do that now, and it makes setting up thing because I don't have to have set it to this thing for them and then set it to the Dudleys, whatever, or set it to and the Freebirds for this. Now it's just like just set it to
The other cool thing is we have custom weapons. So if you guys remember, I've used this before, the C4 chair.
Yeah, I've seen.
That's all stuff that you can I'm just so happy. Right? Isn't that deep? That's a very deep cut Matrix, but it works well for him.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that. Cool.
Because we were having to keep spreadsheets about this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of ridiculous. So the nice thing is imagine if we have a game with everybody on one roster, and then I do all of this stuff for Warzone and Flashbang. All of a sudden, it's a million times easier. Why isn't the music working? We'll just go to the person whose name it is. Is the music correct? Okay, that's a problem. We'll fix it.
Yeah.
It's not like I think it's stars 37, Demon 42.
Yeah.
But
It's such a pain.
Yeah, it'll make life. I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Yeah. And Russell, I got the N64 reference. It's just I was saying M64 would be Multiversal 64 Man, which would be shortened to M60. I got you.
Yeah,
I understand.
it is good stuff.
I think it's a great name.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have an N64 right over there.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
right,
that's
well-
it for me. Do you want to switch it back to your game before I quit out?
Yeah, and fortunately, that's just a button because I have it all tied into my
Yeah.
Stream Deck.
There you go.
Um,
Perfectamundo.
okay, cool. Well,
There
thank
it
you for
is.
stopping
Now
by.
I'll-
Thank you for sharing that and for
No.
giving a chance to answer some questions for the community. This is going up on. I am simulcasting to YouTube, so we'll have an archive.
Mhm. Heck yeah.
Which would be cool.
Shout out, by the way, I'll shout out the mod creators.
Mhm.
It was CAW Life did a bunch of those, and then there was one other one. I think it was Lycan Reborn was the other one who did some of those mods. So shout out to the modding community. They do incredible work, and you could check out their stuff if you want to. But yeah, that's. I wish I knew how to do what they do, but I just grab what I can and put it in the game.
So
The other cool thing that
I was going to say one thing on the merging of the rosters that suddenly opens up. Merging our rosters means that the women on our roster, we could have some maybe specific.
you could have a
stuff that-
women's division.
We
Yeah.
could have a full women's division now. It's
Yeah. The
It's
nice thing though
incredible.
is now that everything's intergender, you don't really have to.
yeah.
You can just have them fight normal, which I kind of like.
Mhm. So
Uh,
cool. You were
yeah.
going on something before I so
yeah.
rudely interrupted.
So the other thing that I didn't get to say was entrances in particular. There are a lot of entrances, and they might be fixing this in 26 because it sounds like there may be the ability to pick 4-man and 5-man entrances. I don't know if they're going to do that, but in 2K25 specifically, all of those are hidden because of what the modding community has been able to do. I've been able to add some of those. So, for example, I believe the Combat Club uses the Imperium motions, but there's 4 of them. If they were all on my roster, I could mod in that Imperium entrance so that all 4 of them came out at the same time with the Imperium entrance because it's built for 4 people. Same thing with Victories.
Cool.
It's incredible. I hope 26 makes it easier. That's a whole other reason to switch if they do. But if they don't, that's the other benefit of having everybody on one roster is I can just make all of the entrances and everything and then just hand them over to Caliban.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, have fun playing D&D tonight.
I will.
And,
And I will catch you guys later. And thank you for having me and have a great rest of your night. And I'm sorry it's been a rough week.
and it's only Monday.
And it's Monday.
And it's Monday.
Oh, well. All right.
Well,
Later.
take care, everybody. Bye,
Go.
guys.
Later, man.
Bye. All right. Let's figure out what else we want to do. Yeah. So that's some peek behind the curtain of what we're planning. And it does mean that we're going to be doing much, we're not going to waste a lot of time this year around making all of the characters. I will say that one of the things that's going to help is because of how we had to make the 24 characters. One of the things I did was I essentially recorded videos of I did a video capture of everything on the various characters' builds, the specific parts in their look, the specific moves. I have all that. I saved it, and the nice thing is character creation. They add new things, but they move most of that stuff forward. So it is going to give us a template to possibly move on and be able to more easily. Basically, I don't have to recreate that. It exists. And they can be uploaded and they can be shared. And it's a way to help get the characters and make sure that, this shit's going to happen. So, yeah. All right. Of course, anyone has any other questions that we can answer, please feel free. I'm just looking at a couple things before You know what? I don't feel like, we don't have to use universe mode. We're just goofing off tonight. I just have to always make sure that we are going to be... I just want to keep using the MNW. Stop. All right, let's see who we got. All right. All right. Let's see who else do we have in. Let me look what we got here. Who is hanging about? Oh, you know what? I want to do something silly. I want to do something silly that doesn't happen very often, but it's comical for us, and I think Bob did it once on a Maelstrom. Just because we can. Oh God, I have 2 storytellers on here. Oh, I guess you're duplicated, man. Yeah, it's again that whole thing of if we're going to have the ability to have the entire MNW roster on one game means, I mean, one of the things I think, and I think I saw him briefly in the chat, the idea that Jack Andrews can just pop up on Warzone. You know, things like that, or, you know, yeah, basically just the simple. Because right now, the thing if we want to do a crossover match, like we did at Millennium Dragon, with Lucius Constantine taking on Unkley, with Sir McShees as the guest ref, you know, there had to be coordination between Ed and Zacho to make sure that they had the characters, and the vice versa when characters go over to Flashbang. Don't have to do that if everyone just has everyone. And it does allow a lot more. One of the other things is right now we only tacitly acknowledge Lawson on Warzone. He is theoretically who Jerry reports to. But okay, well, it's that theme music for the one I picked. So things like that could become much more fluid. So,
yeah, there's a lot of this that's in chat that, you know, it's possible. It's going to just depend on what we actually get.
Yeah. In the end, it's just a greater fluidity, because there's no need to, we got to coordinate getting things uploaded and downloaded and blah blah. No.
By the way, Doc, I think you would understand this verbiage. I was thinking about doing conditional formatting for the protocols.
Oh, really? And hang, I gotta. And yeah, I think, like I said, there were 2 versions of Storyteller Ed on my box. I think I picked the wrong one. Because one of the issues I've had is with this game, occasionally my music files just somehow get screwed up and it'll reset people to not the right music. Now, reminder, I'm still on 24, so this is the 24 version of these characters. So this is not the version that Bosco has that has the giant status. But yeah, anyway, I think that's part of what we're looking forward to. We'll know in a few weeks. I do want to monkey with the signs more next time around.
Sure.
I just want to at least have a few wrestlers that have, the MNW logo on signs. And at least a few that have lows. But why?
I mean, there was one.
Is there one out there?
Yeah.
I did a couple. I do think I might have done that to creation. Yeah. A Lowe's Arena? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Look, we have a history of some, shall we say, creative arenas. I'm thinking specifically of the Suzuki-kun Arena, the Lab of Dr. Grimm Arena, and of course, Zacho's opus, Bosco Mania. Bosco Mania, where he made the ring mat Bosco's IMDb page. All right, now the Monster Mash. And Storyteller says no.
Yep.
Trying to think what else is probably going to be going on. You know what? Hang on. Let me look at something real quick. So one of the things that is happening this year in 26 for unlocking, which I always find unlocking annoying. I don't know why they insist on it. Just let us make things. And of course, this year they've decided, oh, we'll let you unlock things without playing. You just give us money.
Or beat this ridiculous challenge.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So for Showcase this year, you've got two choices. You can do it the traditional way, or you can do what's called the Gauntlet, which is a gauntlet match. But it's a gauntlet match. All right, here comes the Wheel of Pain. It's a gauntlet match that is playing against 20 consecutive opponents as either CM Punk or AJ Lee. If you complete the full run, all showcase unlockables unlock at once. But if you lose, you have to start over. Yeah, Blackthorn, I don't disagree with you about the price. But because I'm a showrunner here, that is the edition I bought. Oh, man. So what I want to be able to do, personally, and I would love it if it was possible. Can you imagine, we can do guest refs. Could you imagine what it was be like to be able to custom make the announcers?
Yeah.
So that when you're looking at ringside, you're actually seeing Jerry. Or you're actually seeing Eric. And the targeting did things. Get knucked, nerd. I mean, that's always, Rosso, that's a good way to do it. The thing is, we now have a lot of characters who their legacy is full of looks that are now behind the locks. Way back when Cryptic first created Ultra Devil, turns out Ultra Devil had character parts that it turns out I had not gotten unlocked, and so I could not download Ultra Devil until the next edition. All of Ultra Devil's matches had to be pre-recorded. And your winner, the Storyteller.
It's a me.
All right.
Wonder how long it's going to take them to get Royce in.
That's a good question. I mean, anything like that. I mean, every year that's a thing. So I get, it's all, where are they in the timeline? Where is Royce in the timeline? Some things were planned by the fact that because I pre-ordered, I'm getting Joe Henry.
Yep.
So we can say his name, and he will appear. And since there's a history
Yeah,
of him,
we didn't need the game to do that.
Not really. I'm surprised he's not in my office right now. Which, because we have a history of him showing up in MNW, we could legitimately use him. It'd be hilarious. Trying to think. You know what? I know what I'm thinking. So, as I stated earlier, everyone, I donated blood today. And one of the things about blood donation is you need to hydrate heading in. And then afterwards, you have to hydrate to, replace the fluid volume in your body. And your body helps by making you incredibly thirsty. Which is me going a long way of saying, I've been drinking a lot of water tonight. And I gotta go deal with that. Tim, you feel like, chatting with the crowd while I run really quick?
We could just switch to run a commercial.
Yeah, we could. I'm gonna run one I haven't replaced yet. I don't play anymore because storylines have changed. No, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna play number 2. All right, folks. I'm gonna go use the restroom, so we're gonna play commercial break number 2, and I'll just come back when I'm back.
Don't you just hate it when you're in a great one-on-one match, going up for a fly-high-end moonsault when you totally miss and eat more turnbuckle than a ravenous George the Animal Steel? Then you, my friend, might need to get your eyes checked. Hi, I'm former professional wrestler Dr. See It Coming, and we here at Eye to Eye Optometrists specialize in glasses, contact lenses, and overall eye health for the wrestling impaired. Our flexible, one-of-a-kind contact lenses are guaranteed to fit all sizes and be a comfort fit even as you get your eyes poked out by your mortal enemy. We even have some eyewitnesses to testify how great these eyes are. Mr. Simon the Psycho, what do you think of your new contact lenses? Oh, God! Oh, there goes our new intern. Ha ha! Come on down and book an appointment with Dr. Seared Coming, and you and I will see eye to eye.
Sup, dudes? Do you want to look as gnarly as one of your favorite wrestlers on show who's holding one of the world titles from MNW? Well, you totally can, without even leaving your couch at Totally Tyler's Titles. For only $39.99, you too can own a complete replica of one of MNW's famous titles, like the MNW World Heavyweight Championship, the Tag Team, the Nexus Titan, the Interdimensional Championship, dude. So you can show off to your parents and show how gnarly you are, or you could secretly try and claim that you're formerly the title champion holder by holding a knockoff title. So come on down to Totally Tyler's Titles, where you can be a title holder today.
No official MNW wrestlers are allowed to hold the titles if they're a replica, unless you want to talk to Jim in the back.
What are you, blind, Rev? He clearly went for a roll-up reverse coil. This just can't be happening. This is some bull!
Is this you? Well, even if it isn't, I'm sure many of you have met these kinds of people, just marking up the walls of your favorite shows. Don't worry, we have the solution. With the Mark Manager. Yes, with the Mark Manager, we clean up the big marks, small marks, marks you didn't realize that were there, and marks that have always been there. We've even updated our product to help you clean off the toughest of marks.
Of course he was gonna lose the championship. If you'll look at my 42-page blog from last week, we can clearly see that the producers were going to have him. Hey, what are you doing? Huh?
So sign up and get your Mark Manager today. And remember, with a little bit of, any mark is manageable.
Fuck, it went up my nose!
Hey baby, it's me, Suplex Sam, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new experience, baby. On the Suplex Express, we're serving up hot dishes and hot meals for all your homies. It's time for Suplex Sam, the soup made for me, baby. Sam I am.
And I'm back. My wife made cookies. What is it? I got, when I donated blood today, I got cranberry juice, potato chips, and a molasses cookie. And then I went to lunch. Because they have a... Oh, good, he's gone. I was going to say, because they have a restaurant right next to the blood donation place. I mean, it's an Olive Garden, but it's food.
Is it though? Is it really?
It provided some level of nutritional value.
But were you family?
You know what? No, I don't think I was, because I remember they used to, when they brought you your check, they'd give you little chocolates.
Mm-mm.
I didn't get any little chocolates.
Heathens.
Look, here's the thing. I will say Olive Garden is food. It's not Italian food. I don't care
Fair.
what they say. I don't care what they say. I've had Italian food and it wasn't that. There used to be a restaurant in Seattle run literally by a family. The waiters were clearly brothers. And when they came out to give you a status on your meal, they said, okay, so I just talked to mama. This was a place that made their own pasta. Made their own cheesecake. This was a place that cared, goddammit. So.
Yeah, no, we have a local Italian place here, and it's called Mom and Pops, and their last names are Pastelli.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm just seeing what I got. Got that. Got him. Got that.
One of their kids turned into a locksmith.
Oh,
Random aside.
when you say they turned into a locksmith, my brain is going, they got transformed?
Yes.
Was it a curse?
Bitten by a radioactive locksmith. Well, the thing for me is I knew his older brother, and I only remembered him as the little shit running around the class hallways with his little suitcase. So it's like finding out, oh yeah, he went and became a locksmith. Like, oh, okay.
Hang on, I'm just deciding if I want to.
Yeah, this was right around the time that parents were getting their young children the cart on wheels for their school bag.
Mm-hmm.
So you periodically have these kids running down the halls with these things that don't clearly stay on their wheels, just whacking into people.
You know what? I want to have a multiversal match. I want to have a timeline twister. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I want Daverman versus the Blue Hood. Because I can. Because why the hell not? Thing is, done right, that could actually be a fun match on the show. I don't know if Daver's around. I mean, Daver, here's the thing. Daver shows up. I don't think he's in right now, but...
Be interesting to see what the comes with it theme music is going to be.
Well, I mean, every year, that's the question. It's also deciphering What did they rename the stuff for wrestlers that left the company?
Right.
What is Tommaso Ciampa's stuff going to be retitled as?
DIY.
Yeah, probably.
Oof.
See, I'm looking at this. Okay, because of stuff I've been doing lately, I look at Blue Hood's outfit, and my first question I am asking myself is, how closely could I recreate him in Hero Forge?
I mean, from what I hear, Hero Forge is getting quite massive in its amount of options.
It is, although some of them are behind a paywall.
Eh.
But still.
I mean, if you're actively using them,
Yeah.
you know, if that's something you actively deal with, it makes sense. Now all we need is a Hero Forge equivalent for Gunpla.
I'm sorry, Hero Forge. I've got the game running a little hot right now, so a little hard to hear.
Hero Forge equivalent of for Gunpla.
Ah, sure.
Design your own Gundam model kit.
I mean, you'd think theoretically anything where you would be using in a mini game should be creatable.
Well, and there's actually a funny thing with that, because of course the Gunpla are model kits; they're large scale, but
Yeah.
Gundam is actually getting into the mini market.
All right. Well, I mean, you say that, and my first thought is, oh, good, something I can buy Zacho for Christmas next year.
Uh-huh.
Now, this year I got him a Gundam TCG playmat. Specifically Tequila, because for in-joke purposes. And anyone who is a longtime follower of the Maelstrom gets that joke.
Never understood the one that turned into a windmill. Like, I mean, I got the relation between the country and the shape, but it's just like, I'm going to turn into something immobile and kind of low energy. It's like, wow.
versus Tequila, we're powered by racism. There we go.
I mean, to be fair, they were able to take a shot at themselves and had the sailor one be the Japan.
You know, that's fair. A part of me is like, oh, why am I feeling a
Oh
little
no,
tired?
excuse me.
Oh,
She was Sweden.
ah,
Never
I,
mind.
my brain was like, why am I feeling a little tired? Oh, wait, I lost a pint of blood today.
That might do it.
Well, I didn't lose it. I know where it is.
Yeah.
And one of the things they will do is they will send me a report saying where my blood was used. Oh, hey, Vegeta. I'm sorry, Vegeta. I didn't even see you sneak in there, man. How you doing? We're doing good. It is Dark Night because Zacho is sick. We give not one fuck tonight. Well, maybe one fuck, but I think we already spent it.
That was when Bosco was here.
Yeah, Bosco was here. He brought Bosco when we had a fuck. It was because Bosco brought it, but then he had to head off for D&D, so he took it with him. But if you want to go back and check the VOD, either on YouTube when we're done or later here, we did talk a lot about what's going to be happening with 2K26, or at least what we hope is going to be happening. But first, we got to check it out. Well, Blue Hood beat the shadow of his past. Oh man, that sucks, Vegeta. I mean, you know, I understand the need. All right, hang on. I need to get over into the options real quick. Because, where is it? Audio volume there. Why did they make audio volume Seamus? Okay, music's not an issue. I don't need to really change that, but. Because this happens sometimes. I'm going to turn this down too. We're doing an RNG match, and it's just blasting in my ears. The difference is, during actual Warzone, Tim and I aren't trying to hold a conversation.
Yeah.
All right. Tim, is there anyone you want to put up against each other?
No, not really.
No, you don't have anyone you want to. All right. Let's see who I'm just. You know what? One of the things we do want to do when we get over to 26 is really start getting back to some of our female wrestlers.
Oh, sure.
Because unfortunately, because of how things have been going, that's just a sadly neglected group. But because once we have intergender capability, you know, like Bosco does, and that we can, you know, have Tigiri come out and slap Johan going, what the hell is wrong with you? That's, yeah. Fair enough.
I'm on my own, against the wall. The pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. Instead of climb, they hear me roar. And now I see that I'm way better than before. I never needed you at all. Think I'll fall down, I'ma watch you fall down. I'm living large
Damn it.
now. I never needed you at all. Think I'll fall down, I'ma watch you fall down. I'm living large now. I never needed you at all. I never needed you at all. Watch me shine now. Watch me shine now. I never needed you at all. I never needed you at all. I'm on my own, against the wall. The pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. Instead of climb, they hear me roar. And now I see that I'm way better than before.
Well, Vegeta, we haven't seen either of these characters in forever. And one of the things I'm hoping in the near future is to change that. But since we're doing this tonight, why not have them up? But I think it'll also mean a lot more for when new members join the community. It's like, yeah, what character do you want? Gender is not an impediment. I don't even know if she hangs out anymore because, you know, we haven't featured her character in so long. She was very active in the chat back in the day. So, while I was kind of hoping Bob would show up because I have a story today that he would find particularly amusing. But I'll have to tell him later. So last night in Seattle was a Ghost concert. Now, I've seen Ghost twice in concert. They are arguably my favorite band going right now. But just due to various circumstances, I just couldn't go this time. But my sister went. And I mean, she and I have seen Ghost together before. We're both big fans. And so my sister went and saw Ghost. And she posted a photo on her Facebook of her attending with the caption, "Hello, I'll be your elder goth at the concert tonight." And somebody responded to that post in comments saying, "Ghost isn't a goth band. You're clearly a poser." Now, this didn't go over well. I mean, Jill was fine. She posted a very nice thing about, you know, people can like whatever music they're like. It doesn't define them, and that maybe that person should have a nap and maybe a snack. Now, the reason that's funny and the reason why then the rest of chat piled onto this guy is my sister is extremely well known in the goth subculture. And when I say that, I don't mean locally here in Seattle. I don't even mean on the national level. I mean, she is known amongst the goth subculture worldwide. As Tim stated when I told him this story earlier, she literally wrote the book.
This is one of the times you could say that literally in the correct usage.
Yeah.
She literally, correct usage, wrote the book.
Yeah, she wrote a book over a decade ago called Gothic Charm School, an essential guide to etiquette for goths and those that love them. It's been translated into other languages. I almost picked up the Russian copy of it just to have. When we went to Disneyland for a Bats Day, she had a guy come up to her, full-on adult, who was emotional because he was telling her how important her book was to him growing up. And this is who that commentator decided to call a poser. And as I said, Jill herself was very polite. The rest of the chat was
not so much.
Not as much. I went back later to see how it was going, and that person had deleted their comments.
Shocker.
It's like, I think they finally decided this wasn't the fight I wanted to have.
This is not a hill worth dying on.
No. Once you start realizing you've really stepped into it, and there's no way you can fight back and make yourself look cool. And it was, I went over and I saw her a couple of weeks ago. In fact, we were discussing the fact that she was going to the concert, and for once I wasn't. I do look forward to talking to her about it.
It is better to remain silent and appear the fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Yep. Anyway, what else we got going on?
I'm trying to wake up.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm trying to wake up.
You and me both. Like I said, this was a... Yeah, we may not go all the way to the normal time. I mean, it's a dark night. And Nina takes the win.
Woohoo!
So yeah, it's
Yeah, let me go grab a fresh soda.
you do that. Now, one of the reasons we got to do the switch over soon is we got to do something soon. Is simply put, 2K24 is about to sunset. Well, the servers are. Now, that doesn't always mean, okay, we're completely done. Because, I mean, Bob, I think, is still using... Is Bob still using 22? 23? I know Maelstrom is not as up to date as... I think Bob might still be using 22. So it is possible. I mean, the game still works. It's just that you at that stage can't upload or download new characters. And with how we work with welcome back, and how we work with the game, we need to be able to swap characters. Bob is using 23 in the process of moving to 25. All right. Yeah, and the thing is, we were about ready to move to 25. And then 26 happened, and then oh hell, we can merge the rosters. And so I think what's going to end up happening, we might briefly use 25 during the transition, but I think far more likely is we'll just limp along with 24 until 26 is ready. And that's just how it is. So anyway, that is that's how that's working, which is always the factor. I mean, we might have never moved from 19 if the servers hadn't sunset, because there was some really good functionality and we could deal with it, and they have done improvements. I'm not going to say they haven't. But of course they sunset the servers in part because it does cost them to run it. I don't blame them of doing a server sunset. You know, basically what happens is you have the current game and the previous game available for servers. But as soon as a new game comes out, then that has to shift. And that's just, you know, that part I don't object to as a business practice. I mean, if I wanted to download my copy of 19 again and run stuff, I could. It's just And we still keep thinking, I mean, Zacho still uses 19 because when we do in-ring promos, it is the only source we have to create them. He generally has to create new versions. He has to create versions of the new characters to do in-ring promos. Now, every time you see Adrian Driscoll come to the ring to cut a promo, that is a version of Driscoll that had to be built in 19. And I know that we recently had Semjax come out and cut a promo. And JNP was pointing out, oh, hey, that's my old model. Yeah, because that's what we had to use. It's just how it works. But I honestly, as we were saying when Bosco was here, we are for once feeling some cautious optimism for the new version of the game, because a lot of stuff coming out and a lot of the buzz usually when there's problems we will hear buzz, and this time around all the buzz we're hearing is pretty good. There was some concern about body layers, but last Arkoff said, heard, it's like he's remaining cautiously optimistic, but we'll know for sure once we get the game, and he will immediately play with it. Oh yes, he will. The other thing that I know Zacho was on about today, that he's looking forward to, is because Zacho loves creating arenas, as you can see with what we get with the MNW Arena. And what they announced for Create Arena is we're getting the LED. They used to have LED boards available in 2K19, and then they vanished. Apparently, they're coming back. And we're getting some more customization for announce tables and rings. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And apparently, they're saying all we got on championships is added more stuff, and they have refreshed and updated it. Okay, because belts are the other big thing we like to play with. So, yeah. As long as they have
It will be interesting to see.
Yeah, of course, the thing that always happens, and this is, I was mentioning the crash pad bug earlier that I have to deal with. And I still have to deal with it when I have loaded up 25, I've had to deal with it. And it's just one of those things. They're not going to fix it. They've got a way to deal with it, so they're not going to fix it. And one thing Arkoff has always said is there are bugs that have been in the game essentially since 2K19 that are still in the game that we've largely learned to work around. But if there is a noticeable bug in the game, there is a decent chance it'll still exist in the new version, because they're not changing the code. They are just updating new features. All right. How you doing there, bud?
I'm here. I'm existing.
Okay. I got it. You know what? What do you say? Let's one more match.
Sure.
All right, let's do one more match, and I think Storyteller and I are. Let's put it this way: I'm glad it's a Dark Knight, because if I was trying to do a full-on Warzone and I was kind of crashing out like this, not as bad as a couple weeks ago where I got a migraine in the middle of the show.
Yeah, right.
That was the worst. I think I will make this next match a tag match.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Race Car Lock. What do we got there? Thank you for the 100 bits. First off, my gosh, what is this crazy Nakano doing backstage this time? Survey says, insert your match here at your convenience. Yeah, fair enough. Hang on. Nani the fuck? Do I not have... Oh, whatever the fuck. Let's do something weird. Because I can.
I mean, why not? Yeah, I'm glad I don't have much to do tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow I have... Well, I got to go to work. But, I work from home, so that's fine. I have to... and then it's Toastmasters Tuesday. But it's our light night where we go to the pub. So I'm going to... Toastmasters with a glass of mead.
Nice.
And then here comes Ignacio.
Cervantes. That's still something I have to work on.
What the?
The rolling.
Well, back when we had Shane, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
but that was, you know, he was built to roll R's. I mean, I'm glad Shane is doing good. I miss him.
Sure. If the schedule ever permits, he's always welcome.
Oh, hell yeah. And it's El Robot. I just realized I should have been paying a little bit more attention, because basically 3 of the 4 people in this match, their player is in the chat. I could have tried throwing in either Adonis or Forrest.
Always kind of gave me a bit of a Charlie from Street Fighter with the hair.
What? Yeah.
Although Charlie's had that little hook at the end, if I remember.
Yeah.
Been a minute.
Yeah, there's always, at least for me, a certain amount of, when we're doing these things, will hair still look plastic in 26? That's a great question, CJ. It depends on how much the designers just want to make an effort to update it. So one of the things that, when speaking of hair, is, when I first created the creation and Samjax was first created, there was a hairstyle where the hair had essentially 2 separate parts that you could color individually, and hence why you had that white hair on the side of the creation's head, and Samjax had, I want to say it was his current color and then a more deeper red on that portion. And then they took that hairstyle out. But at the same time, they added hair dye. So that you could just color your hair in interesting ways you want. So I was still able to give the creation that white hair. And then Samjax changed his hairstyle, so it didn't really matter. One of the things that is wild, and was wild for me, I look at these models all the time. But when I was going through the exercise of building the videos of their builds for Zacho to do the rebuilds, just covering how many individual parts some of these guys have, or just getting into the nitty-gritty of what they're built up from. Because especially for masked characters, and let's face it, in this match, everyone's wearing some form of mask. But seeing and that's the face underneath.
I remember Arkoff used to get frustrated when people would send him characters to work on and they'd leave the face stock
Yeah.
underneath the mask. So he'd go in to edit it and he'd like, oh, son of a...
I think one of the ones that just really blew my mind when you're taking them down to their essentials to look at the build was Sasquatch Wing. What he looks like when you separate all the extra stuff that makes him a Sasquatch.
Sure.
So here's one of the things, CJ, when you're doing stuff like that for the 26. It may end up that Arkoff is. There's a high probability Arkoff is going to be working on some of the Warzone guys, just for the. We have to get in there and get the characters made. So I would say it's going to be a very much a make sure that desire is broadly known. Once we get into the game and looking at it and figure out how we're going to do the builds, then, we'll put forth how to get that stuff put in. I guess what I'm saying is this time around is going to be interesting because of how we're doing things. God, if this becomes a count out. Nope, there we go. Sure, I mean, that's in lore, Arcelion, but it's always the mechanics of actually making the characters. In lore, that's Malice's face. But, there's a base wrestler underneath. Citra King has a orange for a head. But on the build, there's a wrestler face underneath. Somebody, I think Malice is busted open. It could be default Guy Arcelion. I haven't actually looked. You're a recent enough character. I haven't had to build a build guide for Zacho.
Speaking of, do you have one of those build videos, relatively easy access?
Hang on. We gotta wait for the file to open because a lot of stuff's happening on my computer. Come on. All right. All right, let's see. Backup drive. Oh, hey, we got a winner.
Woohoo!
Ah, here we go.
That's nice, sweetie.
That wouldn't be a different than a lot of other years' showcase videos. I'm more interested in how that gauntlet thing they're doing is going to work. Okay. Okay, so you're asking about a build video?
Yeah, just any.
Just any? Okay. Oh boy, who would be interesting? I've got right off here on what I'm seeing. I could throw. You want me to throw it up and show them?
No, I just need a template. It's just personal.
Oh,
Personal project.
hang on. All right, tell you what. I think if I try and open it up right now.
Yeah, wait till after show.
Yeah, I can after show. I could probably do it real easy, and I'll just put it in the file share we use for the movie serials.
That works.
All right. And with that, Tim and I are actually kind of tired.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a day. Again, I didn't want to skip this show, even though it had to be a dark show because we're skipping Sunday. And I didn't want to skip 2 shows in 1 week. But it's at least we didn't have to try and be in character. I think I'd be wrecked right now if I was trying to be Jerry.
Right.
So, yeah. So I think we're. But real quick, would you like? I got janitor, but he starts kind of interesting base because it's it's Probanaga. Are you wanting one of the weirder guys or one of the base guys?
It really doesn't matter.
All right. You know what? I will give you Mega Rider.
Okay.
That should work because it involves mechanical pieces, but also a dude underneath. All right, folks. So I think with this, we're going to go ahead and, call it a night. I'm going to figure out who we're going to raid. While I'm doing that, because again, this is the one Tim never really does much with it. Doesn't change his voice, even though we theoretically have characters. Well, you got the
Yeah, well, and I mean, there's the announcing thing, and that's about it.
So this is the one time you actually get to hear what I sound like normally. All right. Boy.
Yeah, when I made Pete, I made sure I didn't do anything crazy with his voice.
Mm-hmm. Boy, there's not a lot of raid. You know, I almost feel that the raid tonight is going to have to be you know what? It's going to sound weird. I think we're going to have to raid Boobs McBalrog, who I've never raided before, but is on my list. Oh, you know what? Never mind. No, I'm going to raid somebody I have raided before. It won't be Boobs. It'll be Lanny.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to raid Lanny. He's playing Witcher 3. All right. So what is coming up this week? So on Thursday, it is going to be Dr. Caliban's Nightmare Cinema. It will be the first 2 episodes of The Phantom. Because, guys, we did Nick Fury last week. Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. We hassled the Hoff. So, first 2 episodes of The Shadow. And then there's not going to be a Sunday stream this week because I have things that need to happen. And then next Monday, Zacho should be fine, and we should be able to get right back to Multiverse Nexus Wrestling and all of the great story stuff we have planned for you. So, with that, we'll get back to our normal transition screen. Mostly so I can just turn off 2K. All right, so we're going to raid Lanny, give him, say hey. And we'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night.
Good night.